Hi guys, I'm Sheri Vegas, and in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can use resin and real flowers to create stunning rings like this. If you're new to my channel, please do give me a subscribe and a big thumbs up if you like this video. So let's get started. Hey guys, so today we're going to make these rings and we're going to be using resin and real flowers. So I've just bought these stainless steel rings off Archery Creation, and then I've got some bulldog clips just to hold them into place. If you had a third hand, that would be absolutely great. If you don't know what a third hand is, it's a little I guess item that you stick on your table, and it basically acts as a third hand because it's got a few clamps. So I've just ordered these flowers off Etsy, or maybe it was eBay. It was one or the other, and I just thought they'd be so pretty in some rings. And then when I saw that Archery had a pack of 10 of these rings, I knew exactly what I was going to do. So I've pre-mixed up some resin. I've mixed up one white and one with rose gold glitter from Color Passions. So I'm just going to add my white resin in, and I'm just going to put it on top, just a few drops. Not going to need a lot to fill this ring up. So this is going to have a little white backing to it, and then on the other side I've got my rose gold glitter that I'm going to add in. So now that I've got my base in, I'm just going to add my flowers on top, and really you can do it however you like. You can even like have some overhanging and then just cut them off, or you can make it fit perfectly by just choosing one big statement one to go into the middle, and then I'm just going to place it on. Just like that, super simple. That is actually the perfect size as well. I feel like the little bit of rose gold glitter popping up through the flower is just going to look so good once it's finished. And then with this one, I think I might do like one big flower but overhanging, because then I can just come along and cut off the excess, and then maybe like a smaller flower as well. So maybe this guy. Place that guy there, and then maybe a little, yeah, just like that. I feel like that is going to look so good once they've dried. So I'm going to just leave the excess hanging over, and then that way once this resin sets, I can just come along and trim that up, and then I can do my second layer of resin, which will give a little dome to the ring, but it will also then protect the flower, because right now this one, if I didn't seal it, the flower, if it rubs against anything, it's just going to slowly deteriorate. So by then doing your extra layer of resin on top, you're not going to have any issues with that. So I think they're looking pretty good. I'm gonna leave them to just set for probably like 4 or 5 hours before I come back and do the next layer. Okay guys, so I left these to dry overnight and they've dried beautifully. So what I've got to do now is, this one's good because the flower is completely inside of the ring, but on this one I just need to cut off that excess. Probably be easier if I just took it out of its clip, and then I've just got a little pair of nail scissors, and I'm just going to go around the edge and cut it as close as possible, just taking off any overhang. And I might give it a slight little sand just around, just to make sure it's perfect. But I am liking how that's looking. Okay, so now I've got my flowers ready for the next layer. So I've just used the Artisu Sparkle Powder which, as you guys probably know if you watch my videos, I absolutely love Artie Sue's sparkle powder, and there is a discount code that I have for it. I will put it up, but I'm pretty sure it's Sheri Vegas 10 for 10% off all the Artie Sue pigments. So I've just mixed up a little bit of resin, and I'm just gonna do the same thing I did last time. Pop a few drops on. You don't want to add too much of the sparkle powder because you don't want it to be too busy and cover up your flowers, because obviously they're the centerpiece to this and you don't want to cover them up. And then I'm just going to use my paddle pop stick to smooth it out. Don't add too much because it will probably run over the edges. You want it to just dome. So a few drops is plenty, and then just help it go right up to the edges. A little tip too with your resin is let it sit for a bit before you apply it on top. If you've just mixed it and then you're going to add it straight on top, it's going to be at its most fluid point, so therefore it's going to be really thin. If you give it a little bit of time and wait for it to sort of start to gel, it's going to dome easier and it's not going to have the issue where it might run off the edges. So that is something to do that will help you with creating that dome. And because epoxy resin's self-leveling, you will get a really nice dome as long as you don't add too much to it. So I'm happy with how these are looking, and I'm just going to leave them for another few hours to set. So me and Coco just want to give you guys a big thank you for watching, and if you liked this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and please leave a comment in the box below on any other tutorials you'd like me to do, or whether you would make this one yourself. I would love to hear more from you guys, and don't forget to subscribe.